Morning, 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 my trans queens and kings. Oh, it's actually not the morning, it's almost like what? I'll show you what time it is. Look at that. Your people, I'm back. Okay, so today I really want to talk about why do trans women or trans men or like trans non-binary people find it hard to be in relationships or to find an actual person to fall in love with. Well, this is a question that a friend of mine really asked me, so I'm like, okay, let's make a video on it. So I have like few stuff written here. It's a big ass laptop, a very old one. So I have written stuff here so that I don't forget stuff while just talking about it. Okay. So why do trans people find it hard to fall in love or to find a person that they can fall in love with? Why is it hard? Why dating is so hard for trans people? I am particularly gonna talk about trans women like more on those lines, but at the same time like trans people in general can actually relate to it. So the first thing first, it's not. So it's not tough. I think you're seeing it from a wrong perspective completely. It's not tough. There's an understanding that we need to, sort of activate, which already is there in our head, but we need to activate that in order to see it from a different perspective. First of all, stop comparing yourself with cis-world or cis-people in general, because I'll tell you why. Because you are born unique. And believe me, the moment you stop comparing yourself with cis people, half of your problems will actually go. And it's not about the fact that, okay, you're not, like, I'm a trans woman, but I'm not a woman. It's not that. It's just that you're unique. You're different from other cis world. The world which is running, it's going on, and the norms already exist. So you are born unique, and you better deal with that because you're unique. Because you have transitioned in your head. You know you're a trans person. You're unique. You're different, but at the same time, you're so much more. And you are whatever you are. So stop comparing yourself with the cis world for sure. Second is that we trans people have already been through a big phase of like coming out and owning our truth. And bitch, that takes fucking energy, that takes strength, that takes a lot of thought process. And in that thought process, you are actually accepting yourself, as a woman or as a man, or already, like you're accepting yourself already like that. Like you're accepting yourself, you're accepting your truth, and then you're fucking owning up to it, and then you're like, I'm a motherfucking go. I'm gonna dive into it, I'm gonna fucking transition, I'm gonna live my truth, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy. It's so much about you. It's so much. You're so involved in yourself. You have realized what you truly are, who you truly are, and you're gonna live that truth. You've taken that decision. It has taken a lot of energy and strength already. So now what does it do to you? So what I wanna say is that like there should be no pretense here, because you should know that you have actually not given a fuck about the world. You have not actually, like, you know for a fact that you're not gonna give a fuck about the world and you're gonna live your truth. You are already above from the society. Yeah? So there should be no pretense of you wanna be like cis people. I mean, you are already in one hand, one side, you're like, you're choosing to live your truth, and then on the other, you can't be like exactly like cis people because you're unique, you're different. I don't know how to put that in any other manner. Okay, so you are above all that, and you are beyond these gender norms, and your existence in itself is a fucking challenge to this basic dumb society, right? So cribbing about not being able to live like a cis person or just trying to live a cis life has to stop. You know, this cribbing has to stop. You can okay, again, so stop cribbing about not being able to live a cis life, but at the same time you can still try, you can still live a cis life, but only if the society allows you. If only the society sees you as equal as a cis person, like, you'll be able to live a cis life, which, you know it, I know it, is fucked up. Thank you. Okay, now, so I'm not trying to say that you will be alone forever. But what I'm trying to say is that being a trans person, you have already elevated yourself, and to match that vibe, you need to go through a lot of people. You need to go through a long ass journey to find someone of your own level, you know, which can be shorter for someone else, for others. Like, the timeline can be shorter for other people, of other trans people. But let's not crib about that again, because timeline is not under your control, right? So we don't want to crib about that part because that's dumb. So yeah, so basically I was talking to a friend and she asked me, why do trans people, particularly trans women, tend to adopt all the submissive behaviors or the qualities of a cis woman. That's fucked up, right? That's fucked up. That needs to be stopped. And this question also in itself is very flawed, and it's flawed because if a trans woman is trying to do so, irrespective of being a transgender person herself or himself, that woman or that man does not know himself or herself up to a point where they would actually realize that this is dumb to act or to copy that submissive, because no. But at the same time, I can relate to it. Because in my initial years of transitioning, I sort of, not even like years, only initial year of transitioning, I actually, you know, you can say, oh, she's the girliest of them all, because I was trying to behave that way. I was trying to behave as feminine as I am, as I can. Sometimes even more than, what my mental state or even my physical state in respect to the society would allow me, being feminine. So that was, I realized sooner that that's not to be done, because I'm not trying to be a woman here. I am a woman. So I had to accept it. I had to know it. I had to acknowledge it. I have to be like, uncover it. I had to uncover it in order to understand that I am not trying to be a woman. I know I am a motherfucking woman. So I'm gonna just live as one. I'm actually just gonna live as myself and not try to be anyone. And to be honest, more than anything, I've always loved bold women I've always loved women. I've always loved women who are bold. Just that bold character is very pleasing to me. It's very attractive. It's amazing. It just makes me feel like that's me. And when I say bold, I mean that someone who doesn't give a fuck about the outer world and its effects. I mean, who does not get bothered by all that, right? So yes, don't try to be a woman because you are a woman. Don't try to be a man because you are a man. Don't try to be anything because you know what you are, right? Now coming back to love and relationships. Yes, you're not alone. Everyone is trying to figure out for themselves, and every fucking human on this planet wants love. We thrive on love. Humans thrive on love, but we all have our lives going on more intensely than ever, and we do have our criterias of a good and healthy relationships, right? And we want that. Until the time you don't achieve it, you don't see it completely. What I mean is that I'm not saying that you don't have to make compromises. You do, but like those compromises they should not be hampering your mental state, your physical state. They should not. I mean, those compromises should be good compromises, to make. So yeah, I mean, everyone is dealing with their own shizzles at this point. So matching that is absolutely crazy at this point. Matching in a sense like sharing that, sharing each other's life, sharing life with each other, your life with your partner and like his life or her life with you it's actually tough. It's hard because you need to overcome a lot of shizzles in your head, and you're dealing with it already. We know it. Like, we're more intense, we're more involved in ourselves than our parents. In fact, there was a set pattern and people saw it like, okay, no risks, you just have to follow that and perfect. But we know how traumatizing that is. So it's better to actually know yourself, be more aware about yourself, acknowledge your being, your existence, and that's how you can actually, be on a path where your mind is very sane, you enjoy your own company, and then with that much of love for yourself and understanding for yourself, you would always end up accepting the other, which makes it easier, right, to be in a relationship. So let's not give into the idea of love because you just watched a few romantic movies, and let's get into the practicality, right? It's not that cis people find it easier, to be in a relationship or to have a boyfriend or girlfriend. It's not actually, it's just the same, but the society makes it very easier because that's the norm. That's the norm for a cis straight person, and it's seen normally, it's accepted very easily. It's all of that is there because that's how it is. Okay, everyone knows it. Reproduction. So, and let's not go into the mistakes that these cis straight people actually make. They make a lot of mistakes, and they do actually. They just, I've seen like these women who were in long ass relationships in my college only. They end up marrying some rich dude because in the end they know like this motherfucker right next to me who's my boyfriend or girlfriend. I mean, not working out, especially not for marriage. So, so I mean, isn't it better to actually find someone later in life when like you've got your shit together, the person's got the shit together, and like now you're like in this one room which allows you to be, be in peace even in silence. That's amazing. That's more than amazing. That's amazing. That's what you need to achieve. That's what you need to look out for, right? We all are trying to look for that, especially trans people, because I'll tell you what. At the same time, someone who does not want you, someone who does want you, but at the same time is afraid of being with you or being seen public with you, baby, you don't want to be with that person because you don't give a fuck about the society, and that person gives a hell lot of fuck about the society. Let's just close this chapter. You need to find someone who doesn't give a fuck about the society as you, because you absolutely don't. So we're not doing that. So what we've learned is that like, we don't be sad about being single and use it as a tool for your own growth, because even if you're in a relationship, you would still need to work on yourself and grow on your own. And if you're in a relationship, I mean, maybe it comes with more stress, or like it seems a little heavy, or like it's but and I mean it's easier to work on yourself if you're single, but if you're in a relationship, things are added on. I mean, see it as like a positive thing, man, because there's nothing negative to it. I mean, till the time you make something up. Relationship is like being on a ride constantly. This is what I've written. That's amazing. You require fuel, you require energy, you require a stable road and availability, and let's not talk about the fucking traffic. Okay, it can get too tiring also if you end up with the wrong vibe. Oh, you know it. So at the same time, just know for yourself that being a trans person, you are already filtering out a lot of shit for yourself. Like the surface shit, you're definitely filtering it for yourself. Your existence, your presence, it makes it easier for you, for someone, that you're trying to, like, let's suppose you're trying to go out on a date and all that shit, and like the person sees you that you're a trans person, visible or not, passable or not, that's the fucked up phase though, like a word, passable, what the fuck. But if you're visibly trans or not, it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't fucking matter. The possibility does not matter. But if the person wants to be with you, the person will be with you. And you being a trans person, like, like basics can't be, like, be fucked. Let's suppose a cis straight woman is in love with a cis hetero man, right? And they end up having a kid who turns out to be a queer kid. And what if the father is not okay with that? And what if the father is like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. This child can go to hell, not my child. I can't like deal with all this queerness and all the shizzles. I mean, that's fucked up. You being a trans person, you've already cleared a lot of shit. I mean, if anyone comes in your way, that person has to be okay with the diversity that you come up with, right? So you're already filtering out a lot of shit for yourself. Like, being trans is fucking glorifying. Crown me, motherfucker. So be confident and don't try to copy anyone. You are a woman. You're not out here trying to prove that. You're not trying to scream that you're a woman. You are. And anyone who treats you bad, that person has to fucking go. Leave her and never be welcomed. Okay? Because if you're not confident, you will never, ever look good. So you need to know that. I mean, if you're confident, you're fucking run the world, okay? And people will be like, who's that? Who's that? Who the fuck that? But if you're not confident, girl, it's gonna come, you're gonna puke by the end of it all. Don't do that, especially don't be the person who's like in the room trying to have all the fun and all that, but also a trans woman or trans person, and actually trying to be like, reach to the binary side desperately, and at the same time, just being all not at all confident and just like, just stop it, just doesn't look good. It's not the vibe. And if drugs and if taking drugs make it harder or make it more intense, either get your shit together or don't do drugs. I just said it because I have come across such personalities. In the end, I wouldn't say that I am anyone bigger in any sense. I'm not that, I'm just a human. But I'm realizing a lot of shit and reading a lot, digitally only, but reading a lot on self-knowledge, love and all that. It's very important to understand the psychology and the philosophy at the same time. Sorry about that. So you need to actually study that also, that will really help. Or watch School of Life channel or Big Think channel on YouTube, and you will understand a lot of shit, like there's a science to everything. There's neurotransmitters we deal with. That's why we keep feeling so intense all the time at times. So just know what's happening actually, with your body, with your brain, what's causing what, understand the philosophy, understand the psychology of your own brain, understand all that and understand where you're coming from and keep at it, keep trying to learn, deal with emotions and you'll be fine, girl. Seriously, don't give a fuck about anything else. Till the time you make a world for yourself, everyone's gonna see you as lonely as fuck and you will see yourself as lonely as fuck. So build your aura, invest into that. You're a trans person, you're a trans queen, or you're a trans king. Bitch. You're already walking with the crown on yourself, like on your head. Shizzles, come on.